On this episode of Pimp My Setup, we're going to be talking about your setups you submitted for tips, tricks, feedback, and much more. So if you're interested in that, then sit back, relax, and interact because the show starts
now.
It's time for the original setup show dedicated to providing you with tips, tricks, and feedback to pimp out your setup. Hosted by Matt Philly with new special guests every week. Coming at you live in 3, 2, 1.
This episode of Pimp My Setup is sponsored by Inked Gaming Playmats. They sell playmats of all sizes with a wide variety of art, or you can even use your own custom design. All sales of their art give commission directly to the artists. They even sell wall tapestries to decorate your room. Check out the custom Setup Addicts extended mouse pads, which will be linked in the description, along with a link to Inked Gaming Playmats. We thank them for their support of the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Pimp My Setup, episode number 89. We're going live on April 10th, 2016. My name's Matt Philly. You can find me on Twitter at Matt Philly.
And I'm Drew Perry. You can find me everywhere at the Drew Perry.
There you go. So guys, I'm excited because Drew Perry can do the movie voiceover voice. Which, you want to give us a little
like the what, like right now?
Yeah, just say like the show starts now. Again, let's do that again.
Okay, this show starts now.
I like that. I really, okay. I like that.
Hey, there you go. Your free voiceover for
Yeah, Fiverr don't need it anymore. I got Drew Perry. But I have a few announcements real quick. I am going away. Not this coming week, but the next. Is it the next week? Something like that. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. But basically, I have to film a lot of episodes so that while I'm away, there's content for you guys. So what I'm going to be doing is filming 6 episodes between Tuesday and Wednesday. If you want to watch live, you can. It's going to be Tuesday 12 p.m. To 1 p.m. then 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. and 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Then on Wednesday it's going to be 12 p.m. all the way through to 4 p.m. We're going to be filming 6 episodes between those 2 days, and that way you guys will have a lot of content. So expect almost every other day there's going to be a new Pimp My Setup. So I'm excited about that. We have a full schedule, which I will link down below, that goes all the way up to May 10th. So if you want to watch live, you can, because we do these live. And also, if you want to get your setup in, you should do it, because we're already booked until episode 123, 124, something like that. So yeah. Anyways, let's get into some setups. All right, Drew, let's do that.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, so first setup of the day submitted by Nate. He said, "Hey, what up, dog? I like casual gaming and sports. I'm a huge Kansas Jayhawks fan, and I hope you enjoy my setup." So, taking a look at this, how old do you think he is?
I am going to say 15.
He is 18. So, you know, right around there. So, what are your initial thoughts when you look at this? Is there something that like sticks out to you that you don't like?
Yeah. What? Everything's like this. You know what I mean? Like the TV is not straightened out. Pictures are like I don't think it's the actual angle of the picture. It might be, but everything seems a little crooked to the side, to the right. Besides that, it's a pretty nice setup. It's a little empty, but it's pretty nice. Like, I'm just wondering where his speakers are.
Yeah, well, you know what? Maybe he doesn't want speakers, Drew. Why do you have to jump the gun there and just assume that everybody has to have speakers? No, I'm kidding.
Okay, what about headphones?
You know what? He doesn't have ears, all right? Do you really want to single him out even though he watches Breaking Bad? It doesn't matter.
Okay, my bad.
No, yeah, that is like a good point, though. There's literally nothing regarding audio on the setup, which is a little weird. I mean, I don't know, maybe he is deaf and he just uses subtitles and stuff, captions. But yeah, I agree. Everything does kind of like... Part of me wants to say it's the picture that's off, because you kind of look at the wall on the top and the left side. It looks like it is maybe a little cockeyed, but even then the TV looks like it's off.
Really off. Like, yeah, you can see it on the table angle as well. That's a little off, but the TV's like way off. So I don't know. Yeah,
I would definitely fix that. I mean, as far as like personality, I think it's simple. It works. There's nothing over the top, but it still shows a little bit about you. And I like that you have the table riser for the monitors. I would assume that you did that because you wanted it at the perfect height for you. I think the TV's a little small to have it that high up and not have any tilt. I think that if it was brought down to almost line up with your 2 monitors, that would be perfect. But then again, you might have a bed behind you, and there might be a reason behind that. But it's almost the same size as your monitor, so it's like kind of defeats the purpose as a TV. But the cable management, I'll give you props there for what it is and what you're working with. It's not horrible. I mean, of course, I always say you want to get the wire mold for your TV. That's like one thing that always bugs me. But I'm not going to hate you for the monitor cables coming out, because that's just all you can do, unless you were to wrap it up and put wire mold on that, which I think may be over the top. But for what you're doing, it's great and it's simple, and really the setup is just plain simple. But my question is, if the first thing you could update if this was your setup, what would you do?
Speakers.
Okay. Well, how about other than audio thing? Because you guys are going to learn quickly that Drew is all about audio. That's basically what you...
Not all about, but yeah, I've got a lot about audio. Well, the TV really is like, it's too small. I would maybe get a bigger TV, because... So he has a PS4, right? I see a controller over there on the side. Is that like a controller for the PC, or?
No, that would be for the PS4.
Yeah, I see it on the bottom right, right next to the leg. Yeah, a bigger TV for you would be awesome, I think. Besides that, yeah, it's clean. I love clean, but
because you are Mr. Clean. Bold jokes. Okay, sorry.
Okay. No. Yeah, bigger TV would definitely do the difference here.
A lot of people are like getting pissed off in the chat right now. They're like, "Did you know that monitors have built-in speakers?" And it's like, yeah, but did you know you probably should never use those unless you don't care for your ears? Those things just sound like poop.
Really, you should never and you know what? If he's using the speakers on his monitors, he did such a good job for everything else.
Yeah,
he has nice monitors. He has the PS4. He has a nice case for his computer. Like, everything's well done except for audio. If he's using the built-in speakers, then I'm taking down all my scores to 1 right now.
Yeah,
because really, you did such a good job. Just a nice. I'm not even talking like high end. I'm talking like PC speakers. Like, nice PC speakers would be good here too. Logitech,
like $100.
Yes, absolutely.
Nothing crazy.
Like Logitech or something would do the job great. That's it. I'm done with this setup.
Yeah, I mean, there's really nothing else to say about it. Some people are saying they hate the color of wool, but I personally find it to be a little more like, it shows that he's older and it has like that nice look to it. I mean, of course, not everyone's gonna like the same thing, but I don't think the wool color is hideous by any means.
No, I think it's kind of neutral. I think it's good.
Yeah. All right, now let's go to the next setup, and I think this one's a good one for you because it is kind of like, audio focus. Now, I know you're not all about audio, but I feel like you'll have a lot of good things to input on this one. So, taking a look at this, he is a Hungarian little boy, which might help you. He makes beats, instrumentals, things like that for artists, mainly rappers, yo, and I shit you not, he wrote yo. He loves to tinker around with his setup and make it even more enjoyable to use. And also, he collects old computers, like the the Power Max that you're going to see on the floor right there. So, yeah. We'll talk more about what he has in a second, but before we even get into that, how old do you think he is?
So he said he was a little boy.
Yes.
I am going to guess 13?
14. So right there, about there.
Okay.
So yeah, he's rocking the HS8s. He's got let's see, what else does he have? Looks like he has 2i2.
Yep. That is a 2i2. He's got ATHM 50s or 50Xs.
Yeah, he's got some good equipment, especially for 14. I mean, this is crazy. So, what are your initial thoughts as someone that is constantly working with audio?
It's clean, it's nice. It welcomes you to come and create. You know what I mean? There's like this feeling when you kind of want to sit down and work with it. I've got a problem with the speaker location, but he's working with what he's working, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Overall, it's a really nice setup, for audio. I would probably get a monitor.
Yeah.
As someone who's been working like throughout the years a lot on laptops, a monitor makes the whole difference. Well, especially in audio work, like that really makes the difference.
Yeah, you need that real estate, and honestly, I mean, he's 14, but to have all this and only be 14 means that you're probably not far away from being able to get yourself an ultra wide, which I think is just, and I say it all the time, but I think it's sexual. If you just had it ultra wide in that corner, I mean, it would make your speaker placement even more, poop.
Yeah.
But it would be nice to have the bigger monitor. And honestly, I feel like I could walk in here and be like, this is kind of peaceful. I got my little jam session to the right. I do my little keyboard stuff. To the left, I could go, write a little paper. I got to, write a love letter to someone, and then right in the middle, it's like, I'm about to make a fat beat for a dope ass rapper, and we gonna hit number 1 on iTunes. You know, that's just how I feel. Now the collection of the old PCs, the Macs and whatnot, it's cool. I mean, I personally don't understand the placement. I thought maybe you would do something with it. I don't get it either. When I first look at this picture, I was like, okay, why is he using a MacBook Air if he has a Mac Pro sitting right there? And now you're saying it's probably a G5, then I get it. But still,
it's like
even
an older.
then, they're still pretty damn good for what it is.
Well, you can't really use it for today's use because different processors, Motorola versus Intel. I'm not going to go into that. But yeah, the display is kind of weird. Like, why are they under there?
I feel like I would say it's to hide some of the cables, but he has signums mounted all through his setup.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, I didn't include this one photo.
Oh, okay.
Because really all it was just signums, but
right.
There, I mean, maybe he's hiding like a power brick or two, but even that, everything's basically mounted through the signum. So I don't know. There's really no benefit to it. I would make something out of it, do something cool, like how Mr. Tybox made the table,
the coffee table,
which I think is awesome. So
exactly.
My final thing though with this setup, I do love the contrasting walls. I do feel like maybe the walls could you could help them out a little bit, like the GTA poster, cool. The Steve Jobs thing, cool. But I feel like maybe something that looks a little bit better printed on frames, and I don't know, just being that guy. But do you have any final thoughts for him?
That gray area right above the computer, that needs a little love too. You know what I mean? That's like an empty corner. Besides that, just a monitor. That's with what he's working, he's doing great. Just get a monitor. That's my only gripe about this setup. Yeah,
and actually, as we know, Bubby's in the chat, and he said he should sell those and then buy a monitor. I mean, that's always a good way to think about it. All right, let's go to the next setup submitted by Sander from Norway. The desk is custom made, and he wants to know what he can do to improve his setup. So taking a look at this, how old do you think Sander is?
14.
17. So close. Yeah, not really close. This is like, okay, it's like a basic bitch starter pack, and that's not supposed to be mean. It's just like, the lingo. He's got DX Racer, clean tabletop, it's like a kitchen, like block of wood. Yeah. And then he's got, Cooler Master. Why did I say Cooler Master? I mean, Steel Series, Razer, single monitor, PS4, headphone. I mean, it's clean, it's nice, it works, but it's just like, no wow factor. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look, it's a small area to work with, right? So. I'm guessing this is like in a corner of an attic or a room, or just because he has space issues. I'm guessing, but for yes, like you said, a starter pack. This is what it is. It's like the basic beginning of a setup. I would definitely put something around or above the monitor on the wall, in terms of just a little more color to that area. But it's so it's okay.
It's simple.
Yeah, it's okay, but it's just okay.
Yeah,
see what I'm saying?
There's no like I said, there's no wow factor. There's nothing that I look at and say, oh god, I just want to eat that up. I mean, the ball, everyone's complaining about that. I don't think it's the worst thing ever. I think personally, because he has nothing on his desk, it was something to be like, he does something in sports. Yeah, that's what that is. Because other than that, like, what do you know about this guy? I mean, it's simplistic, it's minimalistic. I know I always get comments from people saying I'm a dick nugget because some people just want to have fun and some people just want to have nothing on their setup. And you know what? I understand the minimalistic, but this is boring. And he's got green on his case, the Cooler Master case, and everything else is blue. So you can't say it's a color theme.
No, but you know what it is? Like you said, I'm pretty sure it's a starter pack. You know what I mean? So you start off with what you have. The one thing that Chad is saying, and I kind of agree, the mouse mat. Like you should get the extended one.
Oh yeah, it would look sexual here. It would be great.
Yes, that would like really like centralize everything. You see what I'm saying? Because the monitor is in the middle, and if you get an extended mouse pad, then it will just regionalize it, like. Right in the middle.
A lot of people are saying, like, and this is the one thing that is annoying time to time. People are like, he has to get an ultra wide. Just because they don't have an ultra wide, it's like, get an ultra wide. You have to. It's like, no, that's a good monitor. Like, it's a nice setup. There's nothing wrong with that. So I don't think there's any need for a monitor upgrade. I would put your money elsewhere. I mean, if you don't use that ball, then I put it like in a glass case and at least give it some sort of like display to make it look a little bit better. But you know, just
that's a good idea.
Yeah, just kind of pretty it up. Spend your time on that, but we're not going to spend too much time on this setup. We're going to go to the next one, submitted by Vicker. Vicker, I'm quickly going to preface this by saying I did not put a picture of his cable management because this was an updated photo. I did have a good photo of his cable management, which was clean as hell, but I don't have an updated photo. So if I showed you the other one, I know that half the comments would be, why is it different? Like, each picture is different. So just know his cable management is pretty damn good, minus the left side, little cable sticking out. But anyways, taking a look at this, he is a PC gamer just trying to make it into CSGO LYFE, and he loves cars, streetwear brands, and the mini model of the car is his actual car. He gets in that, he drives to work in that thing. I don't know how, but he said it in his email. It's his actual car. I'm kidding. It's the model of the car he has. Anyways, how old do you think he is?
So he's driving to work. So I'm going to say 19.
24.
24.
Close.
Okay. No, it's not, man. No, it's not.
I'm trying to make you feel better, man.
Don't. Just say to me like it is.
Okay. You're really far off and you suck. And honestly, I don't like you. But it's
I'm offended. No.
Okay. Anyways, this thing is... now this is the thumbnail for the video because this is like a pretty setup. This is like, you look at it and at first it's like a wow factor. And I think what really does that for me is surprisingly the wallpaper on the screen. Like, believe it or not, little things like that when you take your photo, really, it's all about presentation. And that first burst of color against these gray walls and the clean LEDs that are white that just kind of emphasize, everything that he has. Really kind of takes it to the top. Now, do you get that same feeling from this picture?
Yeah, you know what? Now that you say it, I didn't think about that. Even the wallpaper, I didn't even think about it when I first saw this picture. And now after you said it, I'm like, yeah, there's something about here, like the splash of color in all this gray area. Yeah, I totally get it. Everybody's saying, why single monitor? Like, all single monitor setup.
Everybody needs 30 monitors. Single
Absolutely.
monitor for a lot of people is all you need.
And you know what? Space-wise, I'm looking at the desk right now, and it's nice. Everything's laid out. There's no space for another monitor.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
how much you want to bet if he had another monitor, people would say it's too cramped?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, people are going to say, put the monitor above or something like that. But some people don't want multiple monitors. You just have to live with that. Now, personally, I can never live without that. But you know what I'm saying. Everyone's talking about Buzz Lightyear. Guess what? He wants to live there. You're going to let him live there. He's an astronaut. He's going to do whatever the hell he wants. All right? He's in the PC. What are you going to do about it? Ooh.
I wonder if there's like a heat issue with him being in there.
Normally, people put it under their GPU to kind of help support the weight of it. I've never seen it on top of the GPU, but...
Okay.
Yeah, because like normally you have some sagging, and instead of getting a bracket, they'll just put it under. But I've never seen it there. I mean, if it's not causing any issues, I think it's friggin' awesome, honestly.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And it fits that case. That case looks beautiful, and it's like that white and black that just goes really well with it. And I think it's like a nice little pop of color in there. And I love the decal on it. I think the decal's awesome. I really love all the little touches that he put to this. And his updated photo, this is an updated photo, like I said. His old photos, I don't think it was as awesome. He added like that watch collection and the way he displayed everything on that shelf. The Xbox is super accessible. This desk was made perfectly for what he needed. And, and I love it. I mean, little things like wire molding would take it to the next level, especially because it would be gray and you just completely look like the TV is just floating with no cables connected,
Yeah.
So little things like that.
People said about like the gray area above the monitor, like the computer monitor. Mm-hmm. I'm not too worried about that. A poster over there would be nice, but it's kind of working right now.
Yeah.
I like it the way it is.
That's weird for me. That's like my go-to thing is like get posters, do that.
Right.
But like I said, I complimented the gray walls and the splash of color, and I almost feel like covering up that part of the wall would kind of take away from the simplicity of this setup. And this is one of the few setups where I look at it and I just say like, that looks really good. Like that is a good setup. So I really like it. Do you have any final thoughts for him?
No, good job. Really.
All right. Well, next up we got Mr. Mountain Dew, aka Margin. How would you say that, Drew? Margin.
Is he from the U.S.? He's not from the U.S., is he?
He's from Holland.
Oh, and so it's probably Marijn.
Marijn. Okay.
Yes,
Marijn.
I'm guessing. I'm not sure because the J is always silent in Europe.
Marine's probably like, screw you, Drew Perry. You dick.
It's margin.
Yeah. The margin of error here.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. Margin for whatever from Holland has been saving up for 2.5 years, folks. 2.5, so that they could build this setup. Blah 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 blah. Okay, how old do you think Marijn is?
16.
Son of a bitch. No, he's 14. Yeah. So okay,
I'm like way off.
Yeah. No, dude, you're so close.
Usually people are like, oh, you were just one off. Just one off.
You're just really bad today.
Like, whoa, 4 years. Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. Okay, so my first thought here is like, the Mountain Dew's not half bad. It looks pretty cool. And then I realized that's actually really stupid.
Oh, that's not cool.
Do you have is your room a fridge? Because otherwise, isn't that disgusting? I've never had Mountain Dew, which I know is going to cause an eruption in the chat. But isn't it supposed to be a cold drink?
I don't know. I don't really like Mountain Dew. I've drank it, but I don't like it. I'm guessing these are empty bottles.
Yeah. If that's the case, they have a thing called the garbage can. I mean, I don't know. I get the burst of color, but I feel like it's oddly placed to the point where it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, that's not the answer. Putting them, like, I know people who like put bottles on display for a drink that they love, like beer bottles, or or if you're old enough to drink, I mean, or Mountain Dew, or not specifically Mountain Dew, but the color is, it's bottles, trash, dude. Come on.
Yeah, and actually it's weird. I just flipped through Twitch and YouTube's chat, and I saw the same comment 3 times. Someone said, and there are different people saying, this setup screams immature. And, I mean, that's kind of harsh and a little mean, but, I mean...
But they're a little bit right.
They're kind of right. I mean, I don't want to be that guy, but they're kind of right. And here's my main thing, and I'll quickly just do a rundown of what I would do. I would... First off, you have an amazing desk that you are not utilizing in the proper way, and it's pissing me off. You want to put yourself to the right side with your dual monitor setup. Get the speakers. You have room for the speakers, yet you have one laying down, one going up. No, that does not make sense. You should put yourself to the right side so that everything fits comfortably. It's really, really nice. Take that TV. See the bend, the curve in the corner? That's where you put your TV. And then guess what? Everything else will just kind of find its own place, and then you throw out the Mountain Dew because you don't need it. You don't. I don't think you do.
No, you're right.
Unless you had more Mountain Dew, like if you had one of those neon lights up in the empty space, that would look sick. If you were really selling the Mountain Dew, I'd be like, you know what? Damn, dude, that's cool. But as of right now, it just looks like you were coming up with a little game. Like, I don't want to throw these out. I'm putting them right here. Like, I'm not feeling it. But what do you think about like the walls and everything? Do you think everything's put in a weird spot?
A little bit. I think the poster on the right, the Call of Duty, is that like one poster for both, or is that like a frame? I think that's a frame.
I think it's a combined frame, but yeah, right? It looks pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, I like that.
Oh yeah, I don't know what's to the right because there is another picture to the right of the desk.
It says ass.
What is? Oh, ass.
My bad.
Very mature, man.
I'm sorry, man.
Okay. I would totally put that picture a little bit to the left to be in the centered over, because I got a thing with things being centered, but you're totally right about like taking yourself all the way to the right in terms of like putting the setup on the right, and not in the corner. What else? Cable management looks good from this angle. But you can never really know what's going on underneath the desk, so I'm not gonna even talk about that. What is in that box? That white box in the corner?
We don't talk about the white box. It's part of our deal. We don't talk about what's in there. Contents are actually very secretive. So
okay. I'm guessing that's a footrest.
Drugs. Oh, damn.
Shit.
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. It's I think it's just storage because it's not. Maybe it's a footrest. I don't know.
Because there's like a fuzz on the top, isn't it?
It looks like weird. There's something wrong with it.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But anyway, there's much to do here. If you take it to the right, center down the image. If you take that TV and put it up, or take it to the left instead, there's a lot of stuff to do with the setup, and he's really not utilizing it properly.
And you know what? That's what's exciting about this thing. You have a setup that you can do some work to, and like that gets me excited. I get to rearrange and make it even better. Like,
right,
that's fun. So.
Oh, and the monitor, that little speaker, that hurts my soul to see it laying down like that.
Yeah, especially when he has the room to make it work.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Normally people are like, I got to do it because I don't have the room for it, but he's like, yeah, I just why not?
Yeah,
just go for it. All right, let's go to the next setup. We still have a lot to get through, so here we go. Yeah. My name's Walt. I use this gaming, and I use this setup for gaming and creating content. And how old do you think he is?
I am going to say 15.
20. I trust
really?
me. I didn't get to say. I would have said 15 as well. And you know what? First thing, Tom, zoom in on that pillow. 1878. Okay. Anyways, no. Okay. Yeah. People in chat might laugh. I know Drew's not gonna laugh at that. So yeah, I get the same vibe. It's like you think he's a little bit younger, and he's kind of working with what he has. Which, I mean, 20. That's how old I am. You're still probably living with your parents, and people think that by now you should have your own house and like a whole family or something, but especially living in New York, that's not doable. So yeah, he's got Peyton and Eli. Yeah, I like that. Yeah. But don't worry, I don't think there's a problem with living in your parents' house. I don't think there's a problem with the room. I think and it's really hard for you to kind of change the vibe of the room, but I feel like it just looks younger. And Tom, zoom in on that picture of him next to the Phantom.
Yeah, I just saw that one as well.
I'm sorry, man. I mean, I just think that's hilarious. Anyways, though, I mean, what is it about this setup, Drew, that kind of made you think he was 15?
There's nothing here. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? It's like it's extremely empty, which usually means, I don't want to say immaturity. But usually means starting off. Mm-hmm. That's the word I was looking for. Look, again, at the base level, it's an okay setup because everything is in its right place. Cable management's kind of good. Mm-hmm. Computer's on the right side. You can still see the window. And he does have like a small space to work with. Mm-hmm. I'll give him that. But I'm looking for something to say, hey, this is me. Yeah. I don't want to say like what is it that you always say, that the character, there's no character.
Yeah, there's no personality. There's no
right for no personality. Right, that's what you always say. Well, I'm not looking to see your actual personality in this. I just want to see something. It doesn't matter what. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, the rest, like the actual room has personality.
Yeah.
But when you go to the setup, like I feel like this is the kind of guy that would put more of himself in the setup, but he doesn't. And I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with that, and blah blah blah, because all the people in the comments. But I mean, when I look at this, he says that he uses it for gaming, which I know when you think about it in that sense, a lot of people are going to get angry because they hate when gamers have the bezel in the middle and blah blah blah. And I know a lot of people are going to say that's not the best monitors for it, but again, he's working with what he has. Looks like it's clean. It's just you have all that wall space. Maybe do something. I don't know. It's such a small setup. There's nothing you can really do.
Yeah, that's the problem. Someone sent in the chat, hey, I would kill for this setup, and these people are like, meh. Yeah. I'm not saying it's bad.
We're nitpicking.
Yeah, absolutely, because this is what this show is about. Mm-hmm. Am I right, Matt?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so that's the reason we're here. We're here to nitpick about what do you need to do to make your setup better. This is a great setup. I'm sure it's a great machine as well. I don't know the specs, but I'm sure it looks good. Mm-hmm. A dual monitor is awesome, but yes, the extra thing that makes your setup yours. That's what we're talking about here. Sorry, I went on a rant.
No, that's good. Someone just said that bed's too big. Is that ever a complaint you have? Like, God damn it, my bed is too big. When I sleep, I just roll over, and guess what? I'm in a whole nother section of the bed. It's really awful. No, there's no such thing as complaining about a big bed. I think his room is awesome. It really shows who he is. It's just a simple setup, and I would do a little bit more in that corner. But anyways, I think Drew hit it on the head. So yeah. All right, let's go to the next setup here, submitted by Mathias from Finland. He likes gaming, computers, technology, and he would like to know what he can improve on. It is not clean just for the photo. It's always clean. I watch your show and I think it's great. And by the way, the door on the right opens just enough to get in and out. Is there a door on the right? I don't
see a door on the right. Oh, yeah, there's like a...
Oh, okay. I thought you meant like
cabinet.
an actual door. I'm like, bro, I got a door to Narnia too.
Where is he from? Where did you say?
Finland.
Finland, okay.
Yeah. So, all right. Taking a look at this, how old do you think he is?
Ooh, this is a tough one because it's really nice. It's really nice. I'm going to say 17.
38. No, he is 14. So
really,
yeah, for 14, this is sexual on so many levels, and I do not mean that in a pedophile way because I am not a pedophile. But dude, this is a nice setup. I mean, so many things that make me say, wow. Now, I wish there was a brighter photo with the chair out of the way to really kind of tell the story. But even zooming in, I don't see any cables drooping down onto the floor. I don't see anything that makes me say, ew. And I mean, to know like this, and what I like is he said it's clean, but at the same time, I don't think that it's like clean. I think this is like legit. This is like, hey, dude, this is how I use my setup. Like I got my shoes here. I got a cup. You know, I got my pen. Like this looks like he uses it and he maintains that cleanliness. And I mean, the headphone stand, the light, the case. I mean, the case is just so nice. I mean, everything about it. The double-colored LEDs.
Wireless charging on the left is still the same color, same white as all the rest. It's like
it's so nice.
On point.
So,
really.
What is it though that you don't? Is there something you don't like about it?
You started saying that like there was something that you knew that I didn't like about it.
No, I'm just. Is there something you don't like about it? What's up? Talk to me.
No. To tell you the truth, I can't really see the chair, but you know, maybe it looks like kind of a cheapo one. I might be wrong because it's really dark, so I don't know. Don't kill me, chat. But
sorry.
To kill me, press 1.
Yeah, one in the chat. It's gonna happen now.
I'm guessing the chair, like, because this looks like you said, it's a work area. It's where you not necessarily work, but where you get things done. Right. This is where you live, and when you live in a place like this, which is really nice, you need a nice chair to support yourself, like ergonomically. So the only thing I have a problem with is the chair. Besides that, I'm looking at the right on the shelves here. I don't know if it's really dark, so I can't see what's really on them. It's a great setup. It is. You know, I have nothing to say.
Well, you know what? This is one of the few times where I'm actually gonna agree with the majority of the chat. Now, I just had the whole spiel before about the monitors, and I said, you know, single monitor, this, that, blah, blah, blah. But this is a setup that I feel like could use it because he has everything else done. If he ever wants to spend money on a setup again, there's nothing that he needs to buy. So why not? I mean, other than the chair, why not just upgrade your monitor down the road? An ultra wide here would be amazing. Doesn't have to be an ultra wide. Just a bigger monitor, I feel like, would fill the space a little bit better, especially because it's on an arm. You don't have to worry about it. It's in front of the window. It's floating. It looks beautiful. I like that. But this is one of the few times where I think like a monitor upgrade, although your monitor already is great, would really be just really, really, really nice. So
I disagree.
Well, good thing I don't like you. So 111. Let's type in chat.
Kill Drew.
So what? Drew. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad though. I'm not.
I know. I get it. I see why you're like. Hey, I'm like a multi-monitor person myself. Okay, I would take 6 if I could. But I'm saying, in this setup, if that's all he needs, only that one monitor, and if that's sufficient for him, it's not. It works. Like, I don't feel like I need another monitor here to fill up the space of the curtain. You see what I'm saying?
No, just replace the monitor. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but when you go ultra wide, in this case, you're going all the way. You see what I'm saying? I'm not necessarily saying it's a bad thing. Of course, more real estate is always good. It just works so well with a single monitor as well. I love it. You know, if he needs that space of the real estate, yes, go for it. You have the space for it. Absolutely. It'll still look great. I'm just saying, if that's all he needs,
Yeah,
it looks amazing like this.
Well, I'm saying if he ever wanted to spend more money, that's like one of the. There's nothing else that he really needs to do.
Oh yeah,
you know?
yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we got 2 more setups. This next one is confusing as all hell, but it was a fast pass, and they knew what they were getting themselves into. So this was submitted by Yuvan. He saw 2 episodes of my show and couldn't help but get his ass up and take photos of his setup. And I guess that's why he didn't clean a little bit before. But he lives in Hong Kong for 4 years now, on and off. He's doing his bachelor's there. And the view, this is a real view, guys. No, I'm just kidding. But no, it is real. Not making fun of the last setup. But yeah, I mean, that is really nice. I mean, it's nice. I should have included the photo of just the view, because you could see like the buildings and the mountain is crazy. It's really, really nice. But let's see if there's anything else that will give it away for you. No. All right. So how old do you think he is?
So he's doing his bachelor's. He's in Hong Kong. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say 21, 22.
So which is it, 21 or 22?
21 and a half.
Come on. You gotta get yourself down on a number. 21, 22?
22.
You dumbass, it's 21.
Damn.
I really wanted you to say 21, but it didn't. Okay, it's all right, man. Are you all right?
You could have just let me have that.
I know.
One.
I should have just let you go with 21 and a half and been like,
no, but you have to choose one. Which one do you want?
Yeah, I'm like
21 or 22.
Oh, he's definitely gonna say 22. It's gonna happen. So anyways, when I look at this, there really is no setup. And actually, I think Drew last night, you were like, where's the setup?
Yeah.
And I mean, you look at the next photo and it's like a little bit closer up of the setup. It really, all it is a big TV. No, Tom. Nice. Tom's like making a joke like from the episode that he's playing on TV. Like, that's a setup.
Yeah. You know what? That's what I thought. When I first saw this picture, I was like, okay, so his setup is the one in the TV?
Yeah, he actually dives into a new dimension to play. No, okay, here's the thing. It's a PlayStation 4 and
a Harman Kardon speakers
and an LG TV that's not cable managed, and it looks kind of like a mess. And you know what? Okay, I'm gonna ask you a question, Drew. Let's really test you here. What is that thing on the first photo that looks like a satellite dish?
Oh, that's a great question.
You don't know what it is?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, here we go, because I didn't know either, because what the hell is that? He said, the main centerpiece is a Bang & Olufsen BioLink, which is $2,000+, and it has amazing sound for a smart speaker. He said smart speakers are a thing now.
No,
that's where savings for half a year went. I'm sorry, sir, that was a waste of money. Like, and it looks hideous, too. I don't get it.
I would hang that up above the TV, maybe, if that's an option. No, I don't. Like, okay, so usually high fidelity audio stuff don't really look that well. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I've seen this. I don't use them, but I've seen this in studios and stuff. Like, they don't have the best design. But what? Why would you pay $2,000 on one speaker?
You know what's funny though? It's just like he got like scammed in like Hong Kong or something. It's like actually just like padding on 2-3 legs or whatever, and he's like, "This very good speaker." It's like, okay,
you buy?
Yeah, I feel bad now making fun of him, but I honestly I don't understand. I mean, it's thank you for getting a fast pass, but I just don't understand.
Yeah.
And he tried to tell me like at the end, this is not where I live. I have my original room back home in India. But it's I don't know. Like, I'm just gonna
like there's no real setup here. Like yes, I get it. It's a TV with the speakers and the PS4, but it's not your real environment that you sit at and get stuff done at. Or yes, you game on it. I'm pretty sure because it's a PS4, but it's not a setup. It's just your living room.
Someone said, "I don't think this guy is very good with money." And someone said this is a hotel room. No, it's really not. It's his parents' place. That's what he said. Yeah, it's, you know what? More power to you. Okay, next setup. Final setup of the day, submitted by Marcus. Marcus is in Norway. They're very
everybody's
global.
You went non-US with me.
Yeah, basically. I'm trying to throw you for a loop here. So here we go. He's a huge Star Wars and tech fan, which was really depressing to hear because I don't see any Star Wars. Meanwhile, Tom, cut to the shot of me Look at me, guys. I'm a Star Wars fan. Look at me. Anyways, okay. Like when I hear that someone's a Star Wars fan, they write it in their email. I want to see Star Wars, but whatever. And he said, before you ask, I have not bought this all myself. Winky face. And yeah, he said cable management's on point. Get on my level. And yeah. All right. So how old do you think he is? This will throw you for a loop.
I hate you, Matt Philly. But in a good way. Good. I don't know, 17.
Try again.
He's 12.
Try again.
He's 28.
No, he's 37.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm serious. He's 37.
Huh.
No, I'm just kidding. He's 15. Ha. Okay. Yeah. No.
So the setup is nice.
Yeah. So, okay, knowing that, first off, let me just quickly show the second photo. I had to go in. I didn't send this to Drew.
Oh, okay.
Is there a second photo, Tom?
There's no second photo.
There's no second photo. Yeah. Okay. All I did was make the brightness higher because he never sent any like well lit daytime shots. So all I did was bring up the brightness so you guys can see the cable management and kind of get a sense of what's on his desk. So yeah, now that you saw that, you can go back to the other photo. We don't have to show that again. Drew, what do you think about setup? Is it something you like? You don't like? What's up? What's up?
I generally I like it. It's like it's a multi-monitor setup like it should be. Everything's in its right place. It's kind of dark, so you can't really see the cable management really under the monitors. I didn't see that photo, but it looks clean under the desk. But like I said, you can never know what's going on from this angle. Does he have a Signum? Does he have like everything taped together? Or does he just have a little midget holding it?
The midget, I can confirm that's actually.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Cool. The one thing I do love about this is the background, like behind the monitors, like the acoustic foam. Yeah. That looks amazing. That's actually very handy, like very efficient, beneficial. Thank you. In terms of audio absorption. So, it's great.
You're digging it.
Yeah. Again, it might be the angle, but some of the monitors are not aligned. It's like little things.
Damn it, Drew. Stop pointing out things that make him cry. Sorry. Okay. No, you know what? I mean, all the things you just said, like, totally agree with. And isn't that more beneficial than using just, like, the foam tiles behind the screen? Like, isn't that because of the design, whatever?
Yeah, it depends. Well...
Like
yes, it has some more benefits because it's a base thing because how air pressure moves around in the room. So the fact that it's random, the random cubes actually helps a little bit. But again, it depends on the room. I'm generalizing here, of course. But actually the randomized cubes kind of look cool.
Oh yeah, it gives a little bit of depth to the room.
Yeah, absolutely.
Definitely helps with that. Now, I mean, Tom, go to the next photo real quick. We'll just look at that again. You can see he's got like the wrapped consoles to the left, which goes with the black and red, and I like that. Add a little bit. I mean, your PC doesn't look like it's anything like mind-boggling, but it looks like it's doing the job. You have quite a few displays rocking up on there.
Yeah.
It's you're brand loyal. You got some Razer stuff going on. I mean, I don't really. I feel like it is. Even though it works perfect, usability here is amazing. You're at the triple monitors. You have the monitor right above you. Move to the right side. You got yourself like a console gaming section. Like it's really, really nice. Cable management's beautiful.
I have one gripe, and I'm not sure if it's a gripe, but the speakers, are they behind the monitors? I can't really see because it's so dark.
Go to the next photo, Tom. Zoom in. Is it behind?
Just behind. Yeah.
Just a little. So
because I think there's more to the top of the speakers. Those are the Logitechs, I think.
Mm-hmm.
You see, and the Twitter is actually covered by the speakers. I would take those out if possible.
Yeah,
I'm guessing. But yeah, besides that, I have one more thing to say. I can't remember now. Never mind.
Well, my final thing is, it works. It's nice. All those compliments I just said, but I still have trouble finding more about him. You could go for the black and red. I know that people always are going to argue that, but I feel he said that he loves Star Wars. I would have no idea,
I totally get it. I would, in this case, it kind of works either way. Even changing the wallpaper to Star Wars related would do the whole thing. You see what I'm saying? That's it. You don't need to do anything else. One thing that I saw in chat, people said, well, acoustic foam behind monitors doesn't make a difference. That is kind of not true. That really depends on the room. Again, I'm generalizing, but acoustic foam anywhere in the room makes a difference. It just depends where and
it doesn't
how
mean
you
it's the
put
most
it.
beneficial place.
Yes, exactly.
Like
but
having it there is actually going to do something. Obviously, it's in there, But don't you want to like isolate the corners and stuff like that?
Again, it depends on the room.
God damn it, Drew! Just make me feel better to say yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I do it. I'm an audiophile. Get on my level. Okay, I'm gonna stop being that guy. All right. Any final thoughts from Marcus?
No. Good job.
All right, here we go. Time for the part of the show where we give scores. First setup, Nate, he got an 80. Paul got an 83. Sander got an 81. Vicker got an 81. Maya got a 76. Walt got a 77. Matthias got a 91 and first place. Yuvan got a 40. What the fuck? Marcus got an 88 and second place. And he got a lot of 10s. A lot of people got 10s. Cable management today was great. A lot of 10s given out. Actually, it looks like I gave out most of the 10s for cable management. You were like 9, 9, 9, 9, 9.
Yeah, it's hard for me to give a 10.
Yeah, I never give 10s unless I really, really, really feel like I have to. Nobody's perfect.
You felt it like it today.
Well, in that category, everyone was like, 10, you get a 10, you get a 10, you get a 10. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you for watching this episode of Pimp My Setup, episode number 89. We're going to live on April 10th, 2016. I keep forgetting it's April already. What the fuck? Drew, thank you for coming on. It was a great time.
Thank you for having me. It was a great time.
So, guys, go check out Drew. I'm going to leave all his links down below in the description, and that's going to do it. So, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll catch you on the flippity flap.